We met on set, I think. Was it on set?
I think so. I think it was a pilot where you're a close protection officer.
Oh, yeah. I had a gun, a big gun.
It was a little gun, but it was a good gun. She killed someone. We knew that they were going to be very much female-led. Mm-hmm. So it just made sense to use the Savages as like a bit of a kick-off for formalising the partnership, I think.
Yeah.
And creating something that was kind of like a home for what we were trying to do. So although the Savages I think falls a bit short in terms of being female-led.
Yeah.
I felt the Savages, the female character is a bit underwritten, I should say.
I think it's easier to draw emotion from focusing on a lot of female characters, and they're exciting parts to play as well. So whilst I'm coming from an actor's point of view, but obviously a producer as well, but these characters, they are multifaceted. They've got a mixture of deep-rooted emotion, but also they're just trying to make their way through what is life right now. Complicated characters as well, and it just gives us a lot more depth to deal with.
So. I think especially when you're thinking about a series, you need a more complex character, because otherwise you can't engage the audience over a protracted period of time. From a writing perspective, female characters can be more interesting to write because they're kind of navigating a world that isn't designed for them. So they have different challenges and different ways of approaching them. I thought that was interesting. It was something I wanted to get more into. Mm-hmm. And so we had these shared ambitions, and it made sense to bring them together under one roof, which is Hot Damn.
Hot Damn Drama Llama. Hot Damn Drama Llama?
Hot Damn.
Hot Damn. Hot Damn Drama
Llama.
I find myself drawn to a lot of sort of female topics as well, and it's so prevalent in our society right now. The voices of women are being heard loud and clear, and I think there's a bigger platform for us now to be able to talk about these things, also portray these kind of characters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's gonna be good. Jay said we should do something a bit more light-hearted, and I've never done a comedy before, so I was a bit worried about that, because comedy is really hard, because people either laugh or they don't they? There's no in between. And I was thinking about the events of March 2020, where we had a real shortage of toilet paper, and how it was kind of ordinary people who helped keep the world together at that point. You know, Richard Branson didn't help, Elon Musk didn't help. So it kind of made me think, well, how useful are these billionaires? If there was a global catastrophe, what would they do? And self-preservation seems to be the answer. But if they haven't got those ordinary people to keep on looking after them, then what happens?
One of the other things was that when we were hit with COVID, we thought we still want to make a film. We want to do something, and this just seemed like a really.
This is supposed to be
a great dig
fast,
as
quick,
well.
fun, and cheap, but it was not. Yeah, 17 pages in 2 days, which is just stupid. You should be aiming for about 5 or 6. It could be a bit stressful. I don't know if you felt that.
It was we had so many scenes to fit in. The team that we had were phenomenal. They just pulled it out of the bag. They made their jobs so much easier.
It made the job possible. We won't be doing it like that again. That's for sure.
That is the nature of independent as well, is that you always got so many different constraints. It's normally budget, so meaning that you've got to really cram in so much in a short space of time, and you're on a location, and we were on a farm, that's somebody's working farm. There's always lots of things that make it so that you can't sit around and go, oh, what do we do? Right, okay, let's wait. It's like, right, we're going next. You're going here now, you're going here now. And it's just, you just got to get on with it. But it was great, wasn't it?
Apart from the sheep. They kept on.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
The sheep kept on kind of like trying to get involved, and that was that was a hassle. So next time, if we're going to do work in those circumstances, we will hire a shepherd. Midges. We were lucky with the midges.
Yeah, but that's, again, good planning, because there's only certain times of the year that you can film without the midges. And we were so close to the point where the midgie season was about to take off, and we worked with a wildlife surveyor who was very like, "No, these are your dates, you cannot." And I was saying to Luke, "We can't go past these dates." I'm like, "What about these dates?" I'm like, nope, midgie hell. We know each other so well, and we kind of bounce off each other. It's easier for us to create characters. I'm always coming up with things which to make no sense at all, and then Luke goes, yeah, right, okay, and then comes back with a full script. I go, ta-da! You're very good at it.
Yes, I am. No.
Not modest at all.
Well, just because it gets us through to the audience we want to get through to, engage the audience we want, and we can involve them. Whereas your traditional media, there's a barrier between the people who make it and the people who watch it, and part of that's intentional.
Mm-hmm. And it's quicker as well, isn't it? It means you can actually you can turn things around faster.
We're kind of in a hurry, so we need to get stuff out faster, quicker, and to people who are going to watch it now.
Yeah, and it's just nice to be able to people to share things. The medium right now is either going to the cinema or watching it on TV, and with this medium online, it just means that there's so much available, and there's so much more out there, and a greater opportunity to be creative, I suppose. It's not someone telling us, right, we want to make this, we want you to make this, and this is kind of the brief and what we do. We can make our own decisions about what we put out there.
Yep.
Freedom. If there's ever a Scottish word, that was it. Hot Damn Drama Llama. Freedom.
Yeah.
We do, yeah.
We've got a series called The Eulogist, and this is about a permanently out of work actress who gets a side hustle reading eulogies at funerals, which brings her into conflict with her father, who happens to be like the local area's leading funeral director. I think that could be quite good.
It's going to be funny as well.
That was an idea you had, wasn't it?
Yeah.
There's Bombshell, which is what we wanted to do before the pandemic, and that's about an explosives
expert
who's coming to terms with a traumatic event.
We've spent a lot of time on that. We've worked a lot on it and realised what a big project it actually is.
Yeah.
And how much money it was going to cost as well. So it's always a consideration. Well, it's the biggest consideration is what we can do with the money that we have.
Yeah. It's trying to work with what's achievable, but it's good to have these ambitious projects because, one, they stretch you, and the second thing is that there may be a way of making them possible. Maybe further down the line in terms of projects, but it's too good not to do it, I think. Yeah.
It's our dream. It's a one that's kind of sitting up there. Another reason to set up this production company is that we'll keep that in our sights.
And so we've got this project called 6 Colours Red, which is basically an anthology about women's experiences of menstruation, because that's something that's culturally underrepresented or severely misrepresented.
And it's something that we can open out, and the only reason why we're doing this is because we want to involve everyone in our community, like within our stories. Bring in some good storytellers,
I think so.
Because there's nothing stranger than life itself. Get real accounts from people, and sometimes when you hear something you go, that's not real, that can't have happened, and you go, no, that was real. And you think, oh God, life is tough, life is cruel at times,
or funny,
and very funny, ridiculously funny at times. And I live 24-hour drama. And then when I'm not living 24-hour drama, I'm trying to avoid drama. The one that you cast me in.
Yeah, I did.
So I must have known about you before then, and I was looking for someone who looked like they could be a close protection officer. Because you are quite stern looking, aren't you?
I can be.
Yeah.